ISO Toilets Analysis episode 60. Now I know I said in the last video I wasn't going to do any of the analysis until later, but my plans got pushed back, so I'm chilling right now. Also, another thing in that analysis, I said that the person displaying the screen was a new TV man. Listen, it threw me off. I thought it was a new TV man because he didn't have the extendo clip TVs on him, but apparently it was just a large TV man for real. So, you know, let's just like and let's get straight into reaction.
The new 60th episode of Skibidi Toilets is finally out,
which
means it's time for a full analysis.
Yeah,
I'll show you all the secrets and hidden moments.
See, and look, y'all lied. Everybody was like, yo, his TVs are behind his back. Where?
Why are the TV men so insensitive? Why did the Astro Toilets want to destroy
the what does he mean? Why are the TV men so insensitive? What does that mean? Wait, what the? Wait, why you say that?
Man, what did the big TV man and the Skibidi Toilets say? Watch the video to the end so you don't miss the best part. Let's go.
Okay.
The series begins in the desert, but it doesn't look like the location from episode 57. It looks more like the ruined map from episode 47, but there wasn't that thick fog there. It's also definitely not a Skibidi base.
Nah, there's some thick fog there, or at least like a sandstorm, but you cannot see past a certain distance.
Airport. Although it's possible that their base is very huge, and this is just the beginning of the whole area. Either way, the Skibidi scientist was somewhere nearby, which means the lab is close by too. The more interesting point is that the cameramen are quietly sitting somewhere near the base undetected. Let's figure out how they got so close. From the looks of the location, the Skibidi base is somewhere in the desert, possibly in Africa. Our Titans are traveling through Europe right now.
Oh, nah, this is tough. Okay, ISO Toilet, he's coming different with his analysis. He's coming different. This is tough.
It looks like they're going in a completely different direction, but that's not the case. Europe was definitely invaded by the Skibidi Toilets, and the Titans have liberated it. What they didn't know was where Skibidi's base was, but they sent a group of cameramen and TV men to keep an eye on G-Man Toilet. And now, as we can see, the G-Toilet is close to the base and the cameramen are watching him. You ask, how did they follow him so fast? It's simple. They're working with the TV men together. They were teleported on G-Man's trail. And then we come to G-Man's dialogue with Skibidi UFO.
Interesting.
We are first shown how they communicate with each other.
Actually, wait, okay, the TV men teleporting them up there makes a lot of sense.
Instead of words, they use lyrics from their song. By the way, Dafuk calls these two guys in the video Astro Toilets. It is because of the way
Astro Toilets? Okay.
We will discuss this new technology a little later. Skibidi UFO speaks out his displeasure at first. He doesn't like that the G-Toilet allowed the Titan speakermen to be freed from the parasite. They're clearly upset that they spent a lot of effort and resources upgrading Titan, and now he's fighting against them. But as the UFO flies closer, he asks, did G-Man come here alone?
What do you mean? Why did ISO Toilet just try to translate? What do you know that we don't? And he said, what?
At this point, Skibidi UFO begins to suspect G-Man of betrayal, and I know why. Most likely there are sensors placed around the base that detects agents nearby.
Nah, I don't know. I feel like that's a reach. That gotta be a reach. I'm sorry, ISO, I love you, but that gotta be a reach, bro. There's no way.
That's why we can't see Skibidi's base proper.
I take with a grain of salt.
G-Man flew from Dubai to the base. The cameramen were on his tail, along with the TV men who teleported them. Then, as they approached the base, sensors went off, and the Astro Toilets flew out to check and stop the G-Man. That's exactly what we see in episode 60. So they didn't betray G-Man Toilet. They only suspected him of betraying them. When
How you know that though? Okay, that's a theory, bro. That's a theory. Like he's speaking with all certainty, so that's why it's throwing me off. But I'm pretty sure it's just a theory.
Skibidi UFO tells G-Man at the end that he is a traitor. He replies, nip, nip, nip. Which is like, no, no, no.
Like what, bro? You you don't know that, bro. You do not know that. You do not know that.
But UFO didn't believe him, and together with his friend decided.
It just like no, because I'm not even being serious for real. Like the thing is, like for me, it's just that he says it with so much certainty. I know for a fact some of y'all are watching this and saying, "Oh my God, this is the truth. This is what it must be. This." no, bro, cut it out. This is like, it's a theory. Like, I take it with a grain of salt. I'm not denying it. It could be, it's very plausible, but I don't know how probable it is. But the betrayal theory, it makes a lot of sense. I'm not gonna lie. Or like the testing his G to make sure he not, you know, controlled or have betrayed the toilet. So I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's just when you speak with such certainty, there's a lot of people who are gonna be like, yeah, like, it's facts.
To destroy G-Man. Notice the emotion on G-Man's face when they attached that thing to his head. It was like he was paralyzed. Notice that the second one has some kind of electrodes on it. Also, these flying Skibidi have something spinning all the time. On the example of Skibidi UFO, I have already explained that it is a coil that generates electricity. Thanks to the stored energy, the UFO can make sudden movements and fly away with breakneck speed. Apparently, this Skibidi stores energy to electrocute his opponents with these electrodes. I think it's designed to neutralize the Titans. Notice this mutant didn't stab G-Man with a sharp spike, so he didn't intend to destroy him. I think they wanted G-Man to confess and tell the truth about who he brought with him. But G-Man isn't a traitor. He was just badly wounded and paralyzed, so he didn't notice the cameraman following him. But then we see Skibidi the scientist, and it's crazy. This guy has grown to an incredible size. You see that G-Man is almost the same height as the Titan cameraman. So now imagine how much bigger this scientist is than all the Titans. I already told a theory about who created the toilet G-Man and why he is so huge. My theory was confirmed. It was Skibidi the scientist. He has the technology to make toilets bigger. And now he's applied it to himself, and he's huge too. Also, my theory that G-Man's no longer the main guy turned out to be true too. Look at that look in his eyes. He's looking at the scientist like a puppy at its master.
See, and for me, I actually thought of it differently. I actually thought like he looking at him like, I'm glad to still have you in my pocket, like you my mans. Like I don't know his son, like scientist definitely is looking at him like his son, but I don't know, bro. Like to be real, like although the scientist did hit the astro toilets and said cut it out, I almost feel like Jimmy is still like he do what he want. Like he almost like, yo, I'm gonna do this, we doing that. Like he's in some sort of high position. I'm not gonna say he a leader. I'm gonna stop saying that he the leader, but in this scene I interpret it as scientist saved him. Like although scientist is the most powerful, Jimmy's still in command. That's how I see it. But you know, ISOTOILETS is not wrong.
By the way, notice that there are a lot of regular gray toilets around G-Man. At first they look on with resentment. But when Skibidi the scientist comes in and kicks the Astro toilets away, they start smiling. I think the scientist and G-toilet are all such good friends. I thought G-Man would want to be the boss, but he probably wasn't the boss ever. He was just the very first huge invention of the Skibidi scientist, which is why the scientist trusts his friend and chases the guards away.
Yeah, I can't tell exactly. Yeah, so I'm gonna just start saying he's a commander. Like he's not the main. I don't know, but technically a commander is a main guy. It just depends how you interpret it.
Exactly what these guys are happy about: the fact that the scientist has arrived, or that G-Man isn't a traitor and won't be destroyed. But they're probably still under G-Man's command. I think he's kind of a little commander. All the regular toilets obey him, while all the mutants and inventions are under the command of Skibidi the scientist.
Indeed.
In episode 17, there were also Skibidi spiders that obeyed the G-Man toilet. This time, they also just stand there and watch. There's a second one standing right there. Look at his scared face when he saw the Skibidi scientist. I think these guys were just shocked that their leader was suspected and even wanted to be destroyed. The scientist loves G-Man so much that he rips the mechanical arm off one of the guards. Eventually...
And, like, for me, the thing is, like, what are they gonna do, right? Like if you think about it in your own terms or our world. If you were in the room with the president and the vice president and like the administrator or the legislative branch senators came in and slapped the president, you're not doing nothing about that, bro. You're just like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then out of nowhere, like, I don't know. Well, that's probably a bad example, but imagine like somebody comes and intervenes that's like a super high power, you're just gonna be like, oh wow, he's real. Like I admire him because he just stopped the president or vice president rather from being violated.
The scientist notices the cameraman that caused all of this to happen. By the way, I didn't notice it right away, but the scientist appeared out of the smoke, which means he teleported. This means that first of all, the base is probably far away, and secondly,
yeah, he definitely did.
To monitor other toilets. If you look closely, you can see the windmills in the background. This may help us understand.
I don't see that. I just see a desert.
And what
I kind of see a turbine.
this map is and where the action is taking place. I haven't figured it out yet. Let's analyze all of the improvements of Skibidi Scientist. First of all, he now has electrifying claws like the mutants in the last episodes. I think that's the latest invention. Remember that scanner near his left eye? Now the scientist has built it right into his eye to make it more protective. I don't know what those things on top are for. Maybe they're aerials to give commands to other mutants. Also down below, we see a really heavy layer of armor around the toilet. These are the speakers he definitely got from Cinema Man, but they've gotten a lot bigger, so the scientist can enlarge anything he wants. By the way, notice how one regular toilet looks at the scientist, but all the others look at G-Man. This proves once again that they obey him. I haven't figured out if the scientist can fly because maybe he has legs that he walks on, like Skibidi the octopus. I don't see where that metal piece goes. But anyway, if he's flying, it's very smooth. He stays in the air in one place the whole time. There's a shield on top of the mechanical legs so they can't be broken so easily. And there's a cannon next to the eyes, which he used to destroy the cameramen. I think that the scanner in the eye makes it easier to aim at enemies.
Yeah,
by the way,
that makes sense.
The cameramen gave each other thumbs up. I think their mission was accomplished anyway, because they followed G-Man and learned a lot of information. But they didn't just learn it, they passed it on to the TV men. This is the first time it's shown, but the big TV man was streaming everything the POV cameraman saw. A lot of things have become clear to me now. The TV men don't fight because there aren't many of them, and they have to show the scientists at the agent base what's going on. But
Indeed.
at the same time, the TV men
Oh, why am I? Oh, why am I? Yo, I've watched this series so many times, and I'm just now realizing that he can retract the TVs. Oh my God, I'm losing it. I'm senile. I'm like 40.
themselves see everything that happens with the cameramen. Imagine them watching thousands of deaths every day. Now it makes sense to me about why they're so unemotional and senseless. Now let's hear what this TV man had to say. Yeah, guys, press F. Those cameramen really got a lot of information. But now we know that regular cameramen are mainly used for information transfer. They're weak in combat against huge mutants, but thanks to them, the cameraman scientists can find out where the new Skibidi toilets are. Listen to this moment carefully, by the way. Is it just me, or did G-Man say Seuss? Besides being funny, it doesn't sound like the lyrics of the song. It's like they're mastering speech and will soon learn to speak. Except only TV
That would be
men
crazy.
can do that. At the same time, Skibidi has gotten almost all of their technology, and it still remains suspicious. Before the scientist fires, we again see a newspaper on the roof with some man's face on it, just like in past episodes. Perhaps in addition to the Dafuk character, we will see another agent. After destroying the cameramen, we see G-Man and Skibidi scientist approaching. This is a reference to episode 47, where Dafuk approached to pick up the camera of the destroyed agent. Well, at the end, we see Titan cameraman clearly showing that he's ready to fight on. A lot of helicopter speakers have appeared around. Hopefully, we will see them in action in the next episodes. Well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed my detailed analysis, subscribe and share.
W analysis by the. I'm telling you, I like. There's something wrong with me. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Shout out ISOTOILETS for the W analysis. I'll see you on the next video, bro. Let me know what you guys want. Make sure you subscribe to the new channel. I'll see you next one, bro.